Sports Extra on a sport update on AYOGEN TV. It's another beautiful Saturday morning here at AYOGEN TV, located at Akinjagunla. We are on to sport update for the Saturday editions, and I'm pretty sure you will all enjoy what we have in package for you. I'm Adeus Oladeji Habib. Here with Will in studio is Mr. Ezekiel. Mr. Ezekiel, good morning.
Good morning to our esteemed listeners and viewers out there. Today's promise to be fun and entertaining. Sit back and enjoy the show with us.
You can as well catch us up on all our social medias and those on our Facebook, on our Instagram, on our YouTube as well. We are live on there. Mr. Ezekiel, let's quickly, not with most of our time, let's discuss about the African Cup of Nations. It's going to be rounding up soonest because the final is built to be played between Burkina Faso and Egypt, and the third place will be played against the host country, which is Cameroon and Burkina Faso. Senegal will be taking on Egypt in the final. So far so good, the competition. We've witnessed a lot of scenarios, a lot of things, a lot of controversy. What is your assessment based on this African Cup of Nations so far?
To the glory of God, we give God the glory that after so many obstacles to the Nations Cup, COVID-19 and political crisis in Cameroon, thank God it's coming to an end tomorrow. To me, I tag this year Nations Cup as Nations Cup of surprise, as in competition of, tournament of surprise. Yes, because nobody ever thought Gambia we got to the quarter-final, and nobody ever gave Egypt
the chance to be in final.
Yes, because of they lost the first match
against the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Super Eagles, and build up to that tournament, the form that Egypt took to this Nations Cup was not that, should I call it, not that, should I say good or
yes, there is no too much of star players in the team like in the past.
Everybody thought it would be Algeria, Senegal, Cameroon,
even
Morocco.
Nigeria.
Yes, Nigeria. Those are the title contenders. Nobody ever give Egypt this chance to be in the final. To me, tomorrow match against Egypt, Senegal, Egypt, I see it as a difficult task for Senegal tomorrow. For them to win that match tomorrow, it won't be an easy task for them, because if you take a look at the numbers of matches they have played 6 matches, build up to the final. We can only see that Senegal only played against one household name football nation in this tournament, which is Burkina Faso. But come to Egypt. Egypt has played 6 matches, and they have played against 4 household nation, football nation, against Nigeria, against Morocco, against Cameroon, and against Cote d'Ivoire. If I'm right.
Exactly. Sure. Yes, definitely.
They only lost against Nigeria, which is their opening match, and the remaining household nation. They played against Cote d'Ivoire in round of 16.
Exactly.
They defeated them. Against Morocco,
they defeat Cote d'Ivoire by penalties, and we've have a lot of interesting surprise coming up to this final. Even we didn't expect Egypt to beat Cameroon because Cameroon has actually been putting up a lot of upsets to every team they've come along, and it was so surprised that Egypt has to defeat them on their own turf. And Cameroon is playing against Burkina Faso early today for the 3rd place of the match. So what's the chance of Cameroon bringing these bronze medal home, or probably it is the turn of Burkina Faso to upset them again?
I think it won't be an easy task for Cameroon. Is the reason be that this same Cameroon have defeated Burkina Faso in their opening match. If I could remember, it should be 2-1. Yes.
They played.
So Cameroon have everything to play today if they are to make their fans happy with them, because we all thought it would be Cameroon against Senegal in the final. But it has happened now. So I will hold them to
has actually changed.
Yes, I will urge them to do the needful today. I think bronze medal won't be a bad thing for them as host nation. We all know Algeria crashed out in group stage, in which they are the defending champion. So to me, I will urge Cameroon to do the needful today. I think bronze medal will still be a good outing for them.
Okay, let's quickly take our flight up to the international scene. Mason Greenwood has actually been on the front line of all crises for the past few weeks. He presently has been suspended from the Manchester United training and is not going to be playing matches with them until further notice. Nike has also withdrawn their sponsorship with him. And it was built on the fact that this young lad actually assault a girlfriend. Don't you think all these things will actually have effect on this young lad?
We talk about this very news on our Yoruba program on this studio. That should be on yesterday. Yes, yesterday. To me, I think this guy has made a very big mistake. I mean,
Mason Greenwood.
Being an household name player, playing for Manchester United. Adebe is playing for all these small clubs.
The issue might have not generated
this
estate.
If I'm correct, I think Adam Johnston is still in prison now presently due to the case rape against the charge against him. That should be 2009 or 2010. I will just pray for this guy that this won't be the end to his career, because according to what the British police press said, that if this guy is found guilty, I think the guy will be going, is it not 8 or 10 years imprisonment, and 10 years added to his age now. I think the guy will be around 30 plus then. So what is he coming back to play there? So I will just pray for him that the guy won't be found guilty. But the mistake I'm saying in this case is that the senior players in Manchester United, I think this is the right time for them now to rally around
this young guy, just to give him
a word of advice, not to neglect him, because
the majority of them have actually been unfriending him on social medias and the likes of Pogba, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Even majority of the teams, including the board members, they have been unfriending this guy on every social media. Even some fans are saying that the club should return their money, that the jersey of Mason Greenwood, that the club should refund their money back to them. I think Manchester United players and the board need to rally around this guy.
They should look it from another angle.
Yes, they should. This is the time this guy needs them most. They should talk to me as an elderly person, as in counsel him the next step to take. Doing this to him now, we had more to his injury, because we all know this. To me now, it's like they are discriminating. They are trying to avoid this.
Exactly.
This
they
guy
distance themselves from him based on one of their recent statements that Manchester United had nothing to do with him anymore.
And this won't solve the problem, and it will. I would say it will even worsen the situation for this guy. So I will advise the Manchester United board and the senior players in that team to rally around this guy and give him the needed support.
Yesterday, Manchester United was eliminated from the FA Cup by the Championship side Middlesbrough. A lot of people were thinking maybe it was because of Mason Greenwood's situation that the club is yet to get up ranked. And it was so surprising that the penalty was actually 8-7. Wow. Is Manchester United still up to task, considering where they are on the Premier League table presently?
Yesterday, when I was watching the match, one guy was even saying if it is possible for Manchester United to be eliminated in Premier League, that this very Manchester United is watching now, they will be eliminated very soon. To me, I don't know the actual problem of this club. Maybe it's the coach, or maybe it's the player that they are not ready to work with this.
Presently, there is an history that says that they've not won any penalty for the past 151 years in the FA Cup history.
So, to me, I don't see that. History is meant to be broken one day.
Exactly.
Yes, but to me, it's like these guys that they are not ready to play with this very coach. Maybe, yes, maybe I will, because there's a news that came out a couple of days ago now, where this guy, Cristiano Ronaldo, said he won't renew his contract, until Manchester United get a good and permanent coach that is not ready to renew his contract. So to me, I don't know, maybe it's the team now or it's the coach, but this happening to Manchester United is not a good thing for them. As we all know, Manchester United to be a big house name club in Europe. So losing to Middlesbrough Championship side is very easy. It's not a good thing for them.
Okay, let's discuss this weekend. We're going to have a lot of matches. We have Milan derby. We have Barcelona playing against Atletico de Madrid. Okay, now let's discuss Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. with their present form now, Barcelona is actually even crawling to make it up to the ladder, whereby Atletico Madrid is doing exceptionally well.
Gone are the days when Barcelona and Atletico Madrid will be having this type of match that everybody will be willing to go and watch. But now we all know the La Liga we do watch in the last 5-6 years. It's no more the present La Liga that we are watching.
It is always tough.
Yes. So to me tonight, I don't see anything special in that match. I will still give it to Atletico Madrid with the set of players they are having in their squad. Though Barcelona have added this guy, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, to their squad, but we all know the form this guy was when he was in Arsenal. So to me, I'm not expecting him to pick up suddenly like that. So tonight, I'll still give it to Atletico Madrid.
Okay, yesterday it was officially stated that David De Gea has been named Premier League Player of the Month for January. And a lot of controversy have actually came up yesterday that these are the goalkeeper doesn't want to be given the Premier League Player of the Month. Does it want to be debate?
To me, I don't know should I call it criteria or something that was viewed that this guy worth it, because there are a lot of players that perform exceptionally during January. So I don't know the reason why this guy was given the Premier League Player of the month, because I can't say maybe Manchester United won up to 3 matches throughout January. So exactly. It's only FA that can explain this to us, but it has been given to me. There's nothing we can do about it again. There
is nothing we can do. Okay, let's discuss about the FIFA Club World Cup that is built to come up at these months. The tournament board, the administrator, or let me say the organizer of the tournament, has actually introduced a robot as a referee. And you know, a lot of controversy have actually been coming up with the VAR of a team. Don't you see introducing a robot as a referee will also generate a lot of controversy, and it will even kill the morale of our football?
Sure. When VR was introduced, then we all thought it will add more values to football then. But now, most especially during this ongoing Africa Cup of Nations, we all see all most of the controversy, penalty, red cards. So, introducing robots now, I think it won't solve this problem, because to me, I believe this robot will be controlled by a human being also. If I'm not mistaken, they will be controlled by a human being. So the mistake will still happen, but it will only limit the numbers of errors, but the mistake will still continue to happen.
Okay, we have a news coming up from Paris. Mauricio Icardi didn't train this Fridays. The attacker stayed in the gym because he has physical problems. And we know everybody is just coming back from international break. And the first matches of Paris Saint-Germain, won't this have effect on them? Because a lot of players like Neymar, Mbappe, and the likes, they are not up to the task. They are not fit enough.
Even when this guy is in his stable, when this guy is stable, is PSG using him? No. So him being on injury, something, I don't think PSG will miss him that much. We still have the likes of Julian Draxler, Angel Di Maria that can still play in that position.
We have Messi too in the team. Yes. Okay, if you are just joining us, you are watching our sports updates on AYOGEN TV. Like I said, you can as well follow us on all our social media handles. You can follow us on our Facebook, our YouTube, our Instagram, and as well you can follow us on our Twitter. We are still on Sport Update, and here with me in studio is Mr. Ezekiel. Mr. Ezekiel, we are back to the FA Cup. A lot of things is happening. Chelsea is playing today, and all these Premier League teams are playing against small teams. Do we still need the FA Cup to be played with small teams? Because if not for what happened to Manchester United yesterday, we could see the margins, the way they defeat these guys, beating them 7 goals, 5 goals. Should it just be a match fixed between the elite club in the English Premier League?
I think the FA Cup is the only tournament that gives this small team the chance to prove themselves to the whole world that we too are capable to bring to show all these big guys an upset. looking at just today's match now, nobody ever thought
Middlesbrough would defeat Manchester
United. So to me, I'm not expecting that today to happen against Chelsea. I'm giving it to Chelsea to defeat Plymouth.
Okay. We'd like to go on a short break now because we have a lot of analysts in the house, and we really appreciate Mr. Ezekiel for coming. We hope when next we call upon you, you definitely use our call.
Yes.
Just a words to our viewers at home.
We thank you, our esteemed listener. Please keep following us on Facebook and every social media. Thank you. See you next time.
Welcome back to the sport updates on AYOGEN TV. I have another analyst in the house, David. Good morning. It's nice to have you back after our Thursday edition of Sport Updates.
Thank you very much, HB, for having me here today.
African Cup of Nations is going to an end tomorrow, rather. And we know we've witnessed a lot of things, a lot of scenarios, a lot of controversy have happened. It was this African Cup of Nations we see a referee that blew whistle at 85 minutes. A lot of things that actually happened. Yeah. Funny things have happened. Even teams who are not even built to be in the final is presently in the final. We are even expecting the likes of the Super Eagles, the likes of Senegal, the defending champion Nigeria, to be in the final. But it was so surprised to see Egypt. They already have the 7th title in their bag and they are still bidding for the 8th titles. What's your assessment all over in this tournament before we discuss about the final?
Okay, thank you, viewers. Like I said the last time we met on Thursday, you know, AFCON will be a lot of drama, football. You know, in football generally, different things happen. You said it earlier, a referee whistling the end of the match by 85 minutes, VR doing their own mistakes, players also, penalties and the likes. We've seen so far that the set of people who are in the final presently, they are people that they've actually made their way there. They've played perfect football to this extent. Even, most especially Senegal so far, they've played extraordinary football. I think their last match 3-1, and their goals were actually superb. The type of players they have, most especially Sadio Mane, we all know what he can do. Because I was watching his counter-attack, and someone was there was like, when this guy gets into counter-attack, nobody, I think, can actually take up on him. Likewise, Egypt also, they have Mo Salah. Even though Egypt were not that promising in this competition, I'm actually sorry for guys that have gone with the likes of Algeria, the likes of Morocco, Tunisia, Nigeria, and the likes. They've actually been promising, but I think next time they have to come back and work harder in the AFCON game.
Okay, in the aspect of the officiating, what was your assessment on the officiating of the AFCON so far?
Even in European football, we have lapses. Not talk of Africa. The likes of what's this man, Anthony Taylor in England. He also has his own laps. Not talk of African referees. The most disheartening one that I would like the AFCON, the CAF, that is the organizers of this competition, to work most especially on, is that of checking the mental health of a referee before coming on board to officiate a particular match. Look at that of the referee that whistled 85 minutes. 5 minutes. You know what players can still do within 5 minutes to the end of the game. We know what they can do. The AFCON organizers need to check the mental health, the mental state of these referees before they come on board. And also, the VR and the likes they need to work on that also, that we all know what Africans can do. Once Africans get angry about football like this, they can actually do things that our people might not like and might actually disrupt their image in the limelight. So I just need the organizers to work more. I think can be more better in the next AFCON.
Okay, Egypt against Senegal. Mohamed Salah is facing his friend, which is Sadio Mane in the final. And don't forget, there was a time the Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp, actually labeled the African Cup of Nations as just a mere tournament that players from Europe shouldn't be released to go and play the match. Now it's 2 players playing in the final.
Yes. You know, right from time, I think he apologized for that, for saying that the AFCON is not such an important cup like that. Now is 2 main men, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah, because for the past years it was actually these 2 guys that have been carrying Liverpool. And now they are coming up against each other to play. You know, it's gonna be a fight, a real battle, because we know what Mo Salah can do in terms of pace, in terms of dribbling. Likewise, Sadio Mane, he also has the ability. But I just hope friendship doesn't come into football. When you are playing against each other, you're always favoring your side. Forget about friendship. Once they are through with the game, definitely they can come back to be friends. But as long as they are there on the pitch, they are not friends. And they are.
You know, I said something on Thursday that Cameroon might actually be like Brazil again. That they might defeat them in the semi-final. And now Cameroon has been defeated in the semi-final. They are playing 3rd place against Burkina Faso. And in the first match of Cameroon, they defeat Burkina Faso with 2-1. Do you see this repeating itself again?
I don't think so. Because why? Burkina Faso have been promising since the beginning of this competition. I would just tell them to be unlucky so far during this competition. Cameroon, they tried their best. You know, it was actually a penalty shootout. So against Egypt. Cameroon, but I won't be surprised if they lose again, because the morale is no more there. Because their main morale was going there as being an hosting nation. Their morale was to go there, win the AFCON, mainly because they are the hosting nation. Now they've lost in the semi-final and they are coming on against Burkina Faso. And Burkina Faso won't want to actually be 4th place. They want to come out, at least, if you are not going to get to the final, we are going to make something out of the 3rd place. So definitely, I see Burkina Faso coming out and winning the game against Cameroon in the 3rd place.
Okay, let's quickly discuss about yesterday English Premier League award for the month of January. David De Gea of Manchester United was handed over the Premier League Player of the Month. Likewise, Matthew Kovacic goals was given the best Premier League Goal of the Month. And a brilliant January, Lance Bruno led the Premier League Manager of the Month. He played 3 matches and won the 3 matches. What's your take on this manager?
Okay, he has actually been promising. Winning 3 matches in a row. I could
recollect you actually place your bet on him.
Yes, winning 3 matches in a row, it's not easy. Look at the types of players our team he actually played with. He actually deserved it, so there's no controversy about that. But coming to David De Gea, for me, he actually tried, to be very, very serious, to be very frank. He actually tried, because if you see balls in which he pulled out back from the opposition, he tried. But I don't think he really deserved such award, because a type of goalkeeper that is going to deserve such award, his team would pull something good in the Premier League. Look at Manchester United. Look at in January. I don't think they won up to 3 matches. They either they draw, or they lose, or they win by maybe slightly. It's very, very difficult for them. And now look at a team like Manchester City and their goalkeeper. Like, a team like that must win accurately for such victory for the keeper to be seen as it's normal. He deserves it. But Manchester United so far, they've not actually been promising. And DG, let's just say, got that by luck. Let me just put that. And Kovacic, I actually watched his interview yesterday evening when Chelsea officials were interviewing him. His goal was actually, he said, they told him to give 3 words on that. I think he said technique, luck, and happiness. Those 3 words. First, technique. He said the goal was actually, he didn't know he was actually trying to avoid a counter-attack. And he scored the goal happily for him. You know, players like that, he really deserved it. so far in January also, he has been promising.
Actually,
yes.
he performed excellently well for
Most especially that
Chelsea.
goal. The goal was actually stunning. Let me just put it like that. The goal was stunning because I have not seen a player like that so far score such a goal. You know, backpedaling is not easy. And even said that would be the best goal in his career so far. So
They actually enjoyed that goal. Yesterday, Manchester United was defeated. Was even eliminated out of the FA Cup. FA Cup. By Middlesbrough, the championship side. Don't you think this is the post-era of Mason Greenwood saga? Is this actually built on Mason Greenwood? Don't you think all the controversies surrounding Mason Greenwood might have affected the club?
You know, I said something the last time that Chelsea have actually gone through this during the time of Lukaku, which it had its own impact on the team generally.
Exactly.
And this is the time for Manchester United to face this. I know when a set of team is not in the right state of mental health, it might affect them no matter the type of star players they put on board. Look at yesterday's game. Manchester United had a lot of chances. Middlesbrough were like, no, you guys are going nowhere. We are sticking with you. Manchester, Jadon Sancho had a chance, Bruno had a chance, Ronaldo even lost a penalty. A penalty he lost, I think this second time he's losing a penalty in 6 years. And it was a crucial penalty for him to have scored. Had it been, he had done that. But Manchester United at the moment, they are not mentally okay. Let me just put it that way. They are not mentally okay. And
There's
even
a lot of things
even before
the coaching and
even before the issue of Greenwood, they've actually not been playing a fantastic football also. So Mason Greenwood is just another blow on them, losing yesterday against Middlesbrough of all people. And these guys, they used all their star players. Ronaldo was on the team, Pogba was on the team, Jadon Sancho was on the team. So what else do they expect? It's actually disheartening for them. And their fans generally, I know, my roommates actually didn't say anything yesterday because I knew had it been Manchester United won yesterday, they would have been chanting all over the room, so it was just quiet.
Chanting GGM,
yes.
go Manchester United. Paris Saint-Germain is trying to offload Mauricio Pochettino and bring in the former Real Madrid coach, which is Zidane Zidane. Don't you think it is too early to sack Mauricio Pochettino? You
know, Pochettino has been a good coach so far, right from his days in Tottenham. You know, taking Tottenham to the final in Champions League, and he actually not winning it. Let me just say, the team is actually too complicated for him to manage. Yes.
Based on the star present.
Yes. We have Messi. Fine, Messi doesn't actually have problem much. As long as you don't have, the coach doesn't have problem with Messi, you won't have problem generally that much. But you know what, Mbappe, he has been pulling strings right from last season. Neymar too, very, very, very rugged and stubborn. You know, trying to bring all these players together under one canopy, trying to manage them to play perfect football. You know, every one of them, they're individualistic players. They are actually good at their own style. You know, they need a type of coach that have worked with star players, like have able to bring star players under him. So that, look at Zidane, he managed Cristiano Ronaldo, he managed Gareth Bale, he managed Kroos, he managed Modric, he managed Benzema. How many players have Pochettino managed? He only managed Harry Kane, Son, Dele Alli. Look at these three set of players. They've not actually proved them, aside from Harry Kane, they've not proved themselves to come to limelight. So I think it's not too late for them to bring on a new coach, because if they keep going like this, I don't think there's a place for them in the Champions League, even if they get into the round of 16.
Manchester United stalwart forward Cristiano Ronaldo turned 37 today, and we could see a lot of players have hang boots at the age of 23, 30 and the like. Do you still see this man playing more than 37 years of age?
Yes, he is going to look at Zlatan. Zlatan is 40 and he's still playing perfectly. Look at Thiago Silva in Chelsea. He's 36 plus. And he's still playing perfectly. So Ronaldo is a kind of driven player, purpose-driven player. He is not a kind of player that plays for money or just for fun or just for style. He's a passion-driven player. He has done that since when he was playing in Manchester United. He has actually impacted. Yes, Lisbon. He has impacted a lot of players. When you see coming up players, what the name man say, they are like their role model is Ronaldo, hard work, and this man, he has not let anybody down. He has not even let himself down. He has been playing football right from his days, driven by hard work. He believes mainly in hard work, and I don't think age is actually a barrier for him that's going to be stopping him. He's still playing perfectly. Look at, he has actually helped Manchester United, even with the fact that Manchester United are backsliding. But look at the most goals in Manchester, he has it. And with his age, I don't think the age is going to stop him.
We have a lot of match that is built to play this weekend. We have Milan Derby, we have Barcelona playing against Atletico Madrid. And let's first discuss about the Milan Derby. Presently, Zlatan Ibrahimovic would miss today's derby. Same with Fikayo Tomori is actually available. Don't you think the absence of Zlatan Ibrahimovic will have effect on this Milan derby?
It will surely have effect because Zlatan is actually a leader. You know, once you have the likes of that man on the pitch, likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, leaders that can give you good morals when you are playing. You know, morale itself is another thing when you're talking about football. It's going to surely affect them because the morale won't be there that much. And we might be saying it might affect them, and it shouldn't affect them. They can come out victorious today. You know, Inter Milan have been building a really, really strong team so far, and they've been showing what they can do in the Serie A so far in Italy. Let's just hope. I'm just giving them draw today. Draw. I don't think a team is going to come winning against another today because nobody wants to lose presently in this Serie A.
Okay, let's quickly discuss about Chelsea before we leave because I know you are fans of Chelsea. Chelsea, this time around, your match is built to play today at 1. Let's quickly know whether your team is going to win this match.
No, Chelsea so far. For the past 2 matches, I think they played Tottenham, they played Liverpool, and they actually have good morale now, presently, toward winning. I don't think Plymouth will be like Middlesbrough stopping Chelsea. Because Chelsea at the moment, they don't want to lose any chances at all. They are playing the Club World Cup, they are playing the final of Carabao, they are in the Champions League, they are in the FA, and FA is also one of the most crucial parts, cups in the English football generally. So I don't think they want Plymouth to just knock them out. I don't think Plymouth is the type of team that can stand Chelsea, even tall team. I don't think they can. You know, even the likes of Odoi, Ziyech on pitch, even if the coach decide not to use maybe one, he's going to use Warner today because I think in training yesterday, Warner was too exceptional yesterday. The coach even said it yesterday that he has been promising. So definitely, I don't think Plymouth today are going to stop Chelsea.
Just of recent, Christian Eriksen said he's going to be back to the field of play. And we could see that Brentford has acquired the signing of Christian Eriksen. Don't you think this will have effect on his health? And his coming back to football will not portray bad effects on some players? Because we've witnessed a lot of players who have cardiac arrest and through that moment they've hang boots. We have a Kanu Nwankwo and some other players like that. Don't you see this will have effect on football as a whole?
I don't think so because Eriksen, right from his playing time at Tottenham, going to Inter Milan, he has actually been also a passion-driven player. He loves football, you know, because such players, when they have such issues, they actually hang their boots, as you've said. He still wants to play football. This is showing his love for football. But at the same time, I know the team generally we know how to manage his issue because such as, you know, formally he might be playing 90 minutes, but at this point maybe they might just give him 60 minutes plus to play and just take him just for his health. And I'm very, very sure they're going to be checking his health issues from time to time just to know when he's going to be fit for the game or he's not going to be fit. And if he's not going to be fit, they are going to drop him. But I don't think he's going to have a real effect because the effect I think he's going to have is that he's going to encourage people more, even with the fact that you're having issues health-wise. I don't think it's going to just boost morale some players that even with this type of player having such issues, he's still playing football. Yes, we can. You know, his issue during the Euro 2020 was actually bad, very, very bad. But even he came back stronger and he's still playing football now. So, okay,
on a final note before we leave for a short break, David, Liverpool is trying to make sure that Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, and Roberto Firmino sign a new deal. Does it work? Does Liverpool still needs to pester all these players to sign a new deal?
I think the big engine or the big engines in Liverpool at the moment are those three players: Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah. You see, it's this set of players that have been carrying Liverpool so far in the past years. And if these guys decide not to sign a new deal, I know Liverpool is going to look for replacement. It's normal, but it's going to have a big effect on the team. And at the moment, I don't think both of them have. They don't have any destination in mind at the moment. I don't think so. Maybe they have. They are still committed to Liverpool, and I'm very sure they are going to sign a new deal for Liverpool.
Okay, before we leave, David, just a words to our viewers at home. We really appreciate you for coming on board, and I think when next we call upon you, you will surely yield to our call.
I've always said it, and I will continue saying it. Manchester United fans, don't be too angry with your coach.
You and Manchester United fans are always 5 and 6.
Don't be too angry with Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, it's not. There's no how a star player wants to lose a penalty. It's normal. Don't be angry with him. And Chelsea fans, let's go there and win today. Let's go there. Don't make too much banter at the sport house, because it can bring anything. It can bring arguments. Serious one. Just go there, go to sport house, just make a little bit of banter, and just watch your football and just go back home. Thank you very much, HB.
Let's quickly take a zip. We're still on sport updates. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sport Updates on AYOGEN TV, the last segment on Sport Updates for the weekend. Here in studio with me is Tolulope Emmanuel. Tolulope Emmanuel, good morning. I'm glad to have you back on our Sport Updates program.
Good morning, HP. Thanks for having me here. And viewers, good morning. I hope you are enjoying the weekend so far.
Tolulope Emmanuel, you know, as our previous analyst, and we've discussed a lot. We've discussed about African Cup of Nations, and I'm pretty sure our viewers at home will be glad to know your view concerning the African Cup of Nations, which is coming to an end tomorrow. Before we discuss about the team who is built to play the final and the third place, I want you to just give us your own assessment on the competition so far, ranging from the organizers, from the officials, players, and the likes. You know, we've seen a lot of players conduct. Even in the semi-final, the Egypt coach was sent off based on the fact that he was actually trying to discuss with some referee based on some decisions he was not happy with. And, you know, in the group stage, we witnessed where a referee actually blew a whistle at 89 minutes, 85 minutes, a lot of drama that happened. What was your own assessment on these competitions so far? Well,
the build-up to the AFCON 2021 edition had been controversial, kind of. It started with the COVID-19 of a thing. Then thereafter, there had been insurgents kind of at Cameroon themselves. And at some point, there were speculations that the tournament is going to be postponed further. And finally, the game started. And just like we know, we are in Africa. Though it does occur even in Europe, there have been criticism and there have been mistakes. But when it comes to African football, it has always been obvious. And from officiating, there have been a lot of calls and wrong calls, and there have been wrongs officiating. I wouldn't know the essence of training our referees because they've not been really doing well. They've not been fantastic, though some of them are still exceptional. But in whole, when we talk about referees, we're going to put them together collectively. And then again, when it comes to the organizers of this competition, I think CAF really have a long way to go. They still have a long way to go to bring this tournament into, to give us the best we want it when it comes to hosting this Cup of Nations. Then again, okay, I think majorly officiating and the conduct of players, I think is still fair compared to previous editions. So far, if I must rate this edition, I will rate it 5/10.
Okay, Toluloko is giving this edition 5/10, and let's discuss about the third place. The host nation was defeated by 3-1 after a goalless draw and a penalty shootout, and the loser 3 penalties while Egypt scored their homes, and they are playing in the third place with Burkina Faso. And don't forget that against Burkina Faso in the first round, they defeat Burkina Faso with 2-1. Do you still see them defeating Burkina Faso again in the third place?
Well, Cameroon losing to Egypt was a very big surprise to me, because I never expected Cameroon to lose against Egypt. Even you are playing on your home soil. So it still baffles me that Cameroon lost to Egypt, but the deed has been done. There's nothing that could be done. All that Cameroon had to play for is to compensate their fans and their country as a whole. That yes, although we came, we saw, and we're almost conquering, but Egyptians were, and I think I don't see them losing to. They lost to a better side. Yes, they lost to a better side, and it's not just a heavy defeat. It was true penalty shootout. So, and when it comes to penalty shootout, you never can tell. You can't dictate the rhythm of the takers, because most of them will be anxious and nervous. So I think that really tells on them, and more so they were playing on the home soil. That had resulted into them losing about 3 shots.
The final is going to be played between Egypt, the Pharaohs of Egypt, and the Senegals. Senegal has actually been doing exceptionally well in the tournament. Likewise, Egypt, they were only defeated by the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and we could see they played against some heavyweights before they reached the final. They played against Cameroon, they played against Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast, they played against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. With Egypt playing against some big teams in this tournament, do you still see them coming up as the champion of this tournament? Don't forget, they've won this title 7 times already, and this will be the 8th time they are bidding for this African Cup of Nations. It seems some people are even saying they should just change it to Egypt's Nations Cup.
Just like we have Emirates FA Cup.
Yes, just like Emirates FA Cup.
Well, this 2021 edition of African Cup of Nations has been fantastic and interesting and fascinating, with a lot of dicey experiences we had. Then this final, it will be difficult for one to really say.
And it is a 2-man from Liverpool that is playing in this final. We have Sadio Mane and Mohamed
forwards,
Salah.
you know.
Despite the fact that their coach even said that the African Cup of Nations shouldn't be taken serious.
Well, at this point in time, we can't rate any team having upper edge than the other, because they have players who are up to task. When you talk of Senegalese, the Senegalese team, they have Sarr, they have Mane, they have Koulibaly, you know,
they have Eduardo Mendy.
The present world best keeper. And also, when it comes to Egypt, although they didn't have much of these prolific players, but nonetheless, they still have the likes of Mo Salah, they have legendary goalkeeper. So, but if I must say, just to compensate our Senegalese team for back-to-back finalists, I think at the last edition they were first runner-up. So for them to emerge in the final again, I will give it to them that they should have an upper edge than Egyptian side. Although the Egyptian side are one of the best so far. At least they've won this tournament 7 times, and they are looking forward to increase their tally in the African scene. So, but to me, I'll still give it to Senegalese team that with the kind of caliber of players they have and how they've managed
on paper,
yes.
that looks to crown out to have the crown
Sure.
in their back. Because our time is fast spent, today is Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday. He turned 37 today. Likewise, Carlos Tevez is celebrating his birthday today. And same with Neymar Jr. is celebrating his birthday also today.
Wow.
Cristiano Ronaldo turned 37 years of age. He played 103 games. He scored 308 goals, 229 assists. He had 58 hat-tricks to his name and 56 free kick goals. What can you say about this? Should I call it old man or young man?
Actually, I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, and there's no other. I wouldn't know any condition this guy is playing. Either he's playing very well or not, I'll still remain his #1 fan. This guy has proven to be greatest of all time. Let me put it that way, and I must tag him as one of the. Although there have been competitions that Lionel Messi is greatest of all time, but to me, I'll give it to Cristiano Ronaldo because he has played it virtually in one of those biggest and elite league in Europe, and he has proven it over and over that yes, and at some point he has carried away the burden on himself for his team, and even in his national side he has done it a couple of times, and whereby, okay, for instance, at some Champions League finals against, or probably quarters or semis, against Atletico, against Juve of this side, this guy has proven it himself that yes, I know what I'm playing for. So I want to congratulate him for turning 27 and 37 this day. It's a really big one and very massive for a kind of guy like that in his age. Although I saw some of his recent matches, and Cristiano Ronaldo is losing it. Despite the fact that he's aged already, he still wants to play as if he's still young, but that really age is counting on him. So, and I still want to believe in the next 2 to 3 seasons, Cristiano Ronaldo will still be on the biggest scene, still delivering for whichever side he's playing.
He was even actually high in this present World Cup.
And
so we hope he will definitely
be ahead. You know, don't forget he will be playing against, I think, Italy. Both of them will be playing a playoff. Although I wish both sides, I mean both national team
and the Portuguese team,
we have them in Qatar, but unfortunately one of them
will have to be.
So I really wish Cristiano Ronaldo and the Portuguese national team emerged later on, so that we'll see and watch this guy again and see how he'll be able to perform like he has been doing before.
Okay, yesterday, Manchester United goalkeeper won his first accolades in 11 years of his Manchester United career. David De Gea was given the Player of the Month for the January.
Yes, David De Gea has been one of the best players Manchester United can boast of in fact, more than 5 seasons now. At some point, he had been the only consistent player before this guy came in, Anderson. Anderson, at some point, almost taking the #1 spot from David De Gea, but for David De Gea to have emerged as the best player, I think it's a good call on him, and that would really be a big challenge for him to deliver more and put up more saves. And I think if though you can't save all goals, you can't save all shots, but nonetheless, if he keeps on with this form, I think it will also help his squad as a whole. So it will help them in advancing probably later on in the league.
Okay, on the final note, before we leave for today segments, before we leave this segment of sport updates, yesterday Manchester United was defeated by the championship side Middlesbrough by 8 goals to 7 after a 1-1 draw in the FA Emirates Cup. Manchester United has been eliminated right now. What do you think is happening to the current Manchester United squad? They've not been playing the way we know Manchester United to be. The Old Trafford now has now turned to trash.
Old garage.
Trafford.
It's quite unfortunate that Manchester United lost to Middlesbrough. There's always this fear that always came to my mind each time this big club are playing against this lowly rated side. Although we've known Middlesbrough to be one of the best so far in England and in UK before now, but with the kind of guys that was selected for that game yesterday, I wouldn't expect Manchester United even to go on extra time before sealing the win against Middlesbrough.
Because a lot of their first team players were in the team.
Virtually
Jordan Sancho, Bruno
Cristiano
Fernandes,
Ronaldo,
every other individual find good players.
Quite unfortunate for them to have lost the match against Middlesbrough. Okay,
we are going to draw our curtain down for today's edition on sports updates. Tolulope Emmanuel, just a word to our viewers at home.
Well, like we always say, please find whenever you go to view support your team at the viewing center, please let's discuss and argue less. If you must argue maturely without resulting into violence. Keep sporting, keep exercising yourself.
Keep sporting, keep exercising yourself always, as Tolulope Emmanuel have said. All thanks to the media crew at the house. We have John Joshua, is my editor for today. Is the one that is making it to be lively to all our viewers at home, to our able director, Mr. Falegon, we appreciate you. Every other member of crew, Tosin, Bleeding Pen, CK, Adiogo, we appreciate each and every one of you. Until next week that I will still come your way, but before next week, I will still be here on Thursday for another sport update. I'm Adewusi Oladeji Habib. Keep doing sports always.